If you want to understand a boxer, then you've got to understand the journey. I've been on it since I was 9 years old, fighting through it every day, fighting for everything I ever got: an Olympic gold medal, world title belts, money and fame, things I never dreamed were possible. 5 months ago, I decided at 33 years old to walk away from the sport of boxing. But the journey of Andre Ward continues. So today, I enter another man's gym. His name is Dimitri Bivol. Some people say that he's the one that can dominate the light heavyweight division now that I'm gone. Today's a sparring day for Bivol, his next to last before his March 3rd fight against hungry contender Sullivan Barrera, a fighter that I fought back in 2016. 2 sparring partners, 3 rounds each, 6 rounds in all.
It's always interesting to see a guy 10 days out from a big fight. That light heavyweight division is an interesting division because you got guys that you're fighting that are just as fast in some cases as middleweights and super middleweights, but some of them hit as hard as heavyweights. So you got to play both sides. You got to work on speed and quickness, have smaller guys in camp, but then like Dimitri has right here, he has a cruiserweight / heavyweight in there that he's sparring with too for the power. It looks like his team's got the right game plan, got the right guys in here. The bigger man that he's sparring right now, he's not taking it easy because Dimitri is a light heavyweight. He's swinging for the fences. You can hear him grunting with every punch, and I like the way he's taming. It's the best way to put it. Now this is interesting because next 3 rounds is now he's on speed. It's quick. So you get to see how your fighter, and in this case, Bivol does against a shifty, kind of cute fighter like Newman. He's a thinker. If you look at Dimitri's favorite fighters, one of them is Sugar Ray Leonard. You see little tidbits of the American style mixed in with the Eastern Bloc style that he grew up, being trained by. You see the flavor, you see the feints, you see, the hesitation, getting you to commit and then fire, It doesn't seem to be one-dimensional, and you'll obviously find out more as he gets into these bigger fights and on a big stage. You gotta factor in pressure and you gotta factor in the bright lights, but in terms of just his base ability, that's there. He just has to keep cultivating it. Good work, good work, good work. Dimitri's explosive, and even more than just being explosive and having power, I liked the fact that I saw him thinking in there. He throws a lot of feints. He'd have his opponents up against the ropes, and he wouldn't just rush in and just, be a two-fisted fighter. He was thinking his way in and setting shots up. Man, I liked it. I think he's right where he needs to be, and he looks sharp. He looks sharp as attack. Anytime I assess a fighter, whether it was somebody that I was gonna fight or, in this case, watching Dimitri spar and kind of assessing where he's at this close to the fight, I'm always looking at the mentality. He's cool, calm, and collected, but you could tell he's loaded with confidence. He knows why he's here, and I don't get the sense that he's anxious for the moment. I don't get the sense that he feels like he's in over his head. So that's one of the biggest takeaways from today was just the settledness and the mentality that he showed just throughout the course of the whole training session. In boxing, and a lot of times in America, people feel like you have to have a bravado about you. You gotta make noise, you gotta be loud, just to get attention. But see, that's one thing that I can relate to with you that's similar to me when I fought. You seem to have a lot of confidence in your ability, but you also seem very humble. Where does that come from?
Maybe humble, yeah. Maybe it's my parents give that to me.
Upbringing.
Yeah.
Speaking a little bit about your background, explain to me how you were received in Russia, having two parents with different ethnicities. Because me, myself, my father was white, my mother was black.
Yeah,
So
I know that.
So I got a certain reaction living in America. How was your experience?
It's it's difficult because yes, my mother Korean, father Moldova. I born in Kyrgyzstan, but I speak only Russian and little bit English. But I believe that I took of every blood better from Korean, from Moldova, and every blood helps me.
For me, the African American culture may not always accept me because I'm half white, right?
Yeah.
And then the white side, sometimes you get rejection because you have black in you. So you're stuck, you're in the middle.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be hard to kind of find your identity and who you are. But I guess overcoming those types of things make you stronger and give you a resolve. I know it has for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's make me stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The casual boxing fans and then the hardcore boxing fans, they don't know all the sacrifice, man, that goes into this. You have a family.
Yeah.
You can't be with them every day and be dad, the way you want to when you're in training camp. You're preparing for war. Like, explain what type of sacrifice you've been going through just to prepare for this fight.
Oh, every day I'm crying about my babies. I have two baby sons, and I can see how they grow up, and it's make hurt me. But I know if I will be winner, it will be good for them.
Change their life.
Yeah, change their life and change the life. Me, my parents, my babies, my wife, whole my family. And my family makes me more serious in the ring.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope next my camp I will take them with me.
Yeah, yeah. And that's amazing, man. In our sport, we don't always have good examples. We have guys who fight too long. Sometimes they slur, they have neurological issues, and in some cases, they don't have their money when they're done. You seem like an extremely thoughtful young man. Like, what is your mindset? How long do you want to fight? What do you have to accomplish before you say, okay, that's enough? What is your vision for your career?
How you did decided about retiring?
For me,
Someone helps you about retired? Maybe your trainer?
well, I have like my pastor at my church. He's a former football player, American football. He retired after 6 years. He was a big help for me. 3 or 4 years before I made the decision, I would talk to him and say, how do you know when it's time? He would give me advice and say, you're just gonna know. And I'm like, man, that doesn't, what do you mean? He says, you're gonna wake up one day and decide, I don't wanna do it anymore. And then obviously, my wife, when I finally made the decision, I had a fight scheduled, a lot of money on the table, good situation. And I came home one day and I said,
No.
I don't want to do it anymore. And I had tears in my eyes because a fighter's not supposed to say that, not while he's active.
Mm-hmm.
And my body was just giving me issues and I didn't know if I could get through another 8-week training camp. And my wife looked at me and she said, I think the decision is already made. And me having the support of my wife and having the support of, my pastor and just the close people, that helped me make the decision. And
Yeah,
even
that's good. That's good.
like just like your support system,
Yeah.
coach, mother, father. But even after you retire, I'm learning now that that's when the real work starts. It's like a detox process where you got to kind of slowly get it out of your system. You got to redefine yourself to keep you busy and to keep you motivated. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. And I hope that I can be an example to younger guys that say, listen, give it all you have, but at a certain point, you got to cut it off because you want to have a life after boxing.
Good.
But I got one final question for you. I want to talk about the elephant in the room. I read an article somewhere where somebody said that you were the reason that I retire. They said, this is the young guy that made Andre Ward retire. I was like, oh my goodness.
I thought that.
Yeah.
But I know why you retired it. I think because you was young.
9 years old, yeah. 9.
One day you think, I think it's enough for me. Maybe I will come back. Maybe no. But now I'm happy that I have yet.
That's it, man. It's 23 years.
Yeah.
And people, they see my age today and they say, oh, you're only 33. It's like, yeah, but you got to date back.
Yeah.
9 years old, 23 years straight.
I think maybe in 1 year you feel I want to come back. I want to come back.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. It may be you.
Maybe.
Because I think that's what the fans are asking about. They want whoever the top guy is for me to potentially come back. And I don't know. I don't have any plans on coming back, but the fire is always going to be there. And when you're active, you think, oh, I can retire. I won't miss it. You're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. So I do miss it. I'm happy I'm retired. I get to spend more time with my family. But, I'm a fighter, and I'm going to always be a fighter.
I understand you.
It's not going to go anywhere, I think it would have been a great fight, though.
Yeah, I think too.
If you want to understand a boxer, then you've got to understand the journey. It's not one of those journeys that starts and ends when everyone thinks it does. Not a journey that's easy to understand if you haven't lived it. You could be from Oakland, California. You could be from Russia. But if you decide to do this for a living, then you're connected with everyone else who's ever made the same decision. I'll be watching Dmitry Bivol's journey closely from here. I want to see where it goes.